Hey guys, welcome back to the Omaha Places podcast. We're your hosts. My name is Connor and I'm the founder of Omaha Places and 402 Social.
And my name is Delaney and I'm the digital content coordinator for Omaha Places.
If you guys are watching on YouTube, you will notice there's quite the change. Yes. I feel like you should be the one to say.
You know, guys, I've been thinking about getting bangs for a long time, like months, and it was like way overdue. So I had to get it done yesterday. My mom, she was like, Delaney, that's a lot of change, like the color, the cut, like, I don't know about this. You should wait. I was like, no, Mom, I'm doing it. Actually, you know what? I didn't even tell her I was doing it. The rebellious teenager in me just came out. I was like, I'm going to do it, and I'm going to tell her later.
Yeah, it's darker and bangs
scary dark,
and a cut.
I think, a little bit.
Not scary, but like just a big change.
Someone called me emo. I was like, I'm grunge. Western grunge is my like genre I created for myself.
Okay.
For like my fashion
that.
sense and stuff like that.
Yeah. Do you like how it turned out?
Yes. I think it makes me look more pale. Possibly.
I didn't notice that, if that's
okay.
Any consolation.
Maybe it's just me. But
we're our own worst critic.
I feel like I need like to fake bake or something. That's what I feel like.
Just like make yourself match
maybe it's because I have blush on today that makes it like a little bit less like that. But
your high contrast now, that plays into your colors. Because you know I love talking about that.
And what does that mean?
I've also heard a lot of people on TikTok saying this. Like basically there's low contrast and high contrast, and I don't know like who's who, but it has something to do with like color theory too, that some people look better in high contrast. So whether it's like high contrast makeup, like you go like dark eyes, dark lips, or like dark hair, or low contrast. So like I don't know how you go low contrast.
I feel like I was low contrast before because my skin, like pigmentation plus my hair color, it was like kind of muted.
Yeah.
And so that's why I think this is such a big difference.
Yeah.
Because now I'm like,
is it hard to style it?
I haven't really had to deal with it yet. I need to like figure out how to do the bangs.
Yeah.
And I just kind of like curled it-ish this morning.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I might need to get some rollers or something like that.
Yeah. Where did you go? I don't even know if you have
I go to Avalon Suites, Spa and Suites. It's like off 144th and Center. Okay. All my things are off 144th and Center. So my nails, got my nails done. I got my hair done.
Wait, did you get your nails done the same day you got your hair done?
No, I did that this weekend at iSpa. You know, Brian. And then, I went yesterday to get my hair done.
Nice.
But I've been going to the same girl forever. Even when I was in college, even when I lived back home in Iowa, I've been going to the same girl, and she's moved around a little bit. But
you know what vibes I'm getting? Wednesday
Addams.
Yeah, I think like your shoes too are kind of like Wednesday vibes.
I was gonna wear these for Wednesday.
Really?
My costume didn't fit around my like freaking muscular arms.
Gotta stop lifting.
I gotta stop. I'm so strong, but yeah.
You gotta lay off that gym membership
that I don't use. Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, where else have you been this week?
I don't even know. I went to the Simple Man, so I'm trying to put together this gift guide for y'all. And I realized we've been short on the men's side of gifts. So for those of you who have a man in your life, or if you're a guy and you're looking for other guys, or you're shopping for yourself, the Simple Man is a great place. It kind of has a little bit of everything. Like if you're the beach bum, if you're the nerdy guy, if you're the bearded man, there's so many things there, and you're bound to find something that works. Plus the owner, Boyd, he kind of thinks with all of his friends in mind, is kind of what he told me. So he's a friend group and they're pretty diverse in terms of personalities and stuff. So he's like, I know that there's something for each of them here, and I buy things according to that. So
I love that. I love when small businesses are just like, I just make things that like I genuinely want, or that my friends genuinely want, or like obviously he's not making all the products, but like that's what he thinks of when he's like curating all the products that he decides to sell. And I feel like that makes a business so much more genuine. Yeah. It's like, like my friends and I genuinely want these things. So there must be other people who are similar to us, similar demographics or something, that also want these things.
Well, he's like, we're all simple guys, hence the name, but we're all just a little bit different. But I know there's more men out there that are just like these friends of mine.
Yeah. I feel like guys are harder to shop for too. At least I always find that. So I feel like it's good to have that sort of store where you can just go in and be like, okay, anything in here is probably like going to be a good gift for a guy.
And they have like cocktail things, they have playing cards, they have clothing, like so many things to choose from. So
cool.
I'll have a post up on them soon so you guys can check it out for yourself. And it's in Countryside Village.
I was just going to ask if you mentioned where that was. Cool. Yep. Okay. One thing that I did, this is not necessarily like a place, but I did this running assessment at like a physical therapy office at UNMC. And I guess I always thought of physical therapy as like something you went to like only after you were injured or you had to be like referred by a doctor or something. But at a race that I did back in the spring, they gave us like a little flyer for it and actually like looked through all those little like brochures that they gave. And I was like, wait, this is kind of interesting because I've never gotten any like formal training in running. Like I was on track like in 6th grade, but that doesn't count. But you guys know I'm in my running era right now. So I was like, okay, I'm going to take some like preventative measures rather than like waiting until I inevitably get injured. So I went and did this running assessment. It was maybe like an hour and a half long. It didn't take very long at all. I did have to book like quite a ways out. So I think they're pretty busy. It was like $150 out of pocket. But you go in and the guy measured like my strength in like different parts of my legs. And then I also ran on the treadmill and he like recorded my running and like slowed it down so he could look at my form.
Oh, that's cool.
And I thought it was so worth the money. And so basically afterwards he sent me like a breakdown of, okay, I found out my right side in general is weaker than my left side. So if I'm like doing weights, I should maybe do like 2 extra reps on my left side or something. My calves are weaker than they should be, not even for being a runner, but just being like a 30-year-old female. So I'm like, okay, that's concerning if like they're weak just for like being a 30-year-old female, not even for being a runner. That means they're extra weak when you
and then it's harder on your body when you're pounding. Like I feel like running is just like you're pounding on your body so much. Mm-hmm. And if you're a long distance runner, which you are, then it's even worse. I've seen a lot of influencers online who have been running for a long time doing that long distance and then end up having a random injury that just happened.
Yeah. And then it can take you out for months and then you're back at square one. What else did I find out? My stride is like not quite too long, but it's on the verge of being too long. And so he's having me do like cadence work. So cadence is how many steps per minute you're taking. So I think right now I'm only at like 130 or something and I need to be at like 160. So like at least one run per week now. He like sent me an app to download and you literally like has the beat on the app and it like goes in your headphones.
I'm surprised running apps don't already have that built in or like Apple Watches and stuff.
Well, I think that they actually do measure cadence, but it doesn't have like it doesn't give you the beat. So I did notice like on my Garmin, the last run that I did, I was like, oh, it did tell me what the cadence was, but I was just kind of like winging it because I wasn't actually hearing the beat in my headphones. So yeah, I just felt like I got a lot of really concrete things to like start doing. Like I just thought it was so worth the money. It was kind of fun just to go in and like find out all this stuff about like my leg strength and like my right side versus left side and my stride and all these things. So if you guys are also in your running journey, I think if you just Google like UNMC running assessment, it'll come up. And plan ahead though, because I had to book like 2 months out. So
well, that's cool. A lot of good information. Mm-hmm. I'm surprised like there aren't more places that train you to run. Right? Like I feel like that's something you should learn in PE in like elementary, middle school, high school.
Yeah, I know. I feel like you don't get like any form training or anything like that unless
you pay I guess extra for it. Because I had a personal trainer. And like if my form was bad, like they would train me to go like lip to hip or whatever they say.
Yeah. So
I don't know if that's any good. Like, where'd they get that info from?
No clue.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was one place I went.
Where else have you been?
Okay, I'm just gonna mention this. We had a party. This wasn't a place, but this was an unofficial work party /
It was definitely not very professional.
No, but it was to celebrate us hitting 100,000. We didn't really, I guess we just did like a post publicly.
Yeah.
But then we just I threw a house party at my house.
Frat themed.
Yeah. The theme was frat party because people don't throw house parties very often, especially like, I mean, you guys were probably the youngest people there. You guys are like mid to early 20s. Everybody else was like my age, so 30 or even like older than that. And so I feel like when you get to this age, like people just don't do stuff like that anymore, which to be fair, that's for good reason because we have nicer houses and like actual things of value and furniture. But we went all out. Like my friend and I moved my dining room rug and my living room rug out, so we just had bare floors, which was, I'm so thankful we did that because my floors were sticky the next day.
I don't doubt it.
Like a classic frat party. So they got a nice good deep clean on Monday, but it was a lot of fun. At least I had a lot of fun.
My friends had a blast.
Yeah. So I did drop off 2 disposable cameras at Walgreens the other day. So if there are some appropriate photos on there, then I want to post some on the 402 social account.
Really?
Well, I have no idea what's on the cameras. I didn't touch them at all throughout the night, but they were both completely used.
I think if you put a blur filter over them, that would make it more...
Yeah.
Because it's just going to look like we're all drunk or something, which, we were.
But yeah, so that we had it was girls, what am I trying to say? Like our night off work.
Yeah. Girls' night out.
Yeah. Megan's friend that she brought, I guess, was like, your work party starts at 9 p.m. And she was like, well, it's like hosted by my boss, but it's not really a work party.
It's definitely just a party.
Yeah.
A house party.
But one thing I did want to shout out in relation to that party is that I went down to Cornhusker Beverage, which is in La Vista. And originally I'd called Hy-Vee to like order some drinks that I wanted. They didn't have what I wanted, so they sent me to Cornhusker Beverage because they have like a huge, well, not a huge, but like a shed in their back full of kegs. So that's where I got the keg from. There was a keg at this frat party because
there were keg stands.
What's a frat party without a keg? And we got, so the keg plus like multiple, I'm not even going to say like all of the stuff that we got, but it was a very reasonable price. Like I was expecting to pay a lot more for everything we got. So I was very pleasantly surprised. It's kind of like a bit of like a hole in the wall liquor place. Cool. But Cornhusker Beverage, I would recommend if you're trying to
in mind for your next house party.
Yeah. That's going to be like their, what is it called? Never mind. I don't know what I'm saying. Okay. Where have you been?
I went to Heights Draft Room in La Vista, and it's like it's part of that La Vista City Center, which for some reason I just thought that was a community center, but no, like when you first like had it in the business directory, I was like, oh, this is just a community place. No, it's like, it's right across from the Astro. It's the Astro, right?
Yeah.
And it's just like a block of all these businesses. So if you've never been, definitely go check them out. City Pub's there, which we did eat at after high school.
Kind of like Exarban Village vibe. Like not as big as Exarban Village, but how it's just like they have like parking there and some apartments there, and there's a bunch of businesses.
Places to go eat, get drinks.
Yeah.
But yeah, Heights Draft Room, they just have tons of great beers to choose from. I had like a Grain Belt Blue. It's like a blueberry beer, and I'm not a beer person, but I thought it was really good. And they're bringing it back. It's part of their promotion to raise money. I can't remember exactly what the charity was for, but it's for a good cause. So drink a beer for that. And they have steel darts. And they're the only place that really has those anymore, I guess.
Oh, is that like a thing? Steel darts?
I guess. They thought it was important to share. So I was like, okay. But yeah, it's like the little metal points, and then you kind of have to keep track of your own score, but they have boards for you. So it's not like what we're used to with the boards that keep track of your score for you.
Okay.
So it's a little more old school.
Cool. And you said you went to City Pub after?
Yes.
For food? Cool.
Yes. I was like, well, I sat at Heights for like 3 hours talking to this guy. He's like a vet, and he's just a local guy who frequents that place.
Wait, like a military vet or okay.
Military vet. Yeah, and it was right before Veterans Day, so I was like, I'm loving this. This is fun. He kind of reminded me of my uncle, but he's the sweetest, cutest little soul.
Love that.
So yeah, he's going to listen to the podcast, so I had to shout him out. His name's Rick.
Hi, Rick.
Hey, Rick. But yeah, it was a great experience, and it'd be a cool place to hang out. There was actually not Yelp party. There was a corporate party of some sort that was held at the Astro, and then they came into the Heights draft room right as I started filming. I was like, oh no.
There's
like
a lot
it filled
of people.
up so fast. I was like, good thing I didn't talk to anyone, and I just filmed right before they all got there.
Dang.
Because it was a little crazy.
Dang.
Yeah.
Was it Omaha? It wasn't Omaha Girls Club?
No. I can't remember. It was like a big like bigger than that.
Okay.
Big corporate thing. But
well, cool. Okay, where else have I been? I'll kind of group these together. I feel like they have similar vibes. I went to Lola's. That's just a good post-party coffee and breakfast place. Hadn't been there in a long time either, so that was nice. And then I also went to Stories. We actually went to Stories together. Yeah. Went to the Dodge location. We decided to have a little off-site work session as a team yesterday. So Stories is, I think we've said this on the podcast before, I really like their coffee. They always have great seasonal drinks. They have great selection of food too, which not every coffee shop in Omaha has that. They're always so busy though, which is a testament to
how great they are.
But yeah, literally our whole team, when we walked in, everyone was like, it's so every time I'm here, it's so busy. Every person individually said that. We were like, yep, we were just talking about that.
Well, it is. I'd never actually been inside. I've just gone through the drive-through. I've been inside at the Midtown Crossing location.
Yeah.
And I think I used that when my Wi-Fi was out from that tornado we had this summer.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, a lot of people use that space, and it is such a great study workspace because they have 3 different rooms, it feels like.
Yeah. Yeah. They have that back room that you can rent out. And I think it actually was rented. The doors were closed when we were there yesterday.
Oh, that'd be cute for bridal shower, baby shower.
Yeah.
A lot of people have been asking me for recommendations for bridal and baby showers. I'm like, oh, I have no clue.
Maybe we should just do an event space roundup.
Yeah, we should.
Because there are a lot of good.
And they were asking for affordable. I'm like, I've never once asked the price of any of these things. So
also affordable versus expensive is so dependent on the person. What we might consider affordable might not be to somebody else, or might be dirt cheap to someone who's got a lot more money than us,
right?
So it's always so tricky to recommend
navigate
affordable places,
because someone was like, oh, we rented out this event space for a day, it was $1,000. I'm like, well, if it's for a day, how big is the space, what are they offering you as amenities?
Yeah.
But I'm like, $1,000 for a 3-hour party? No, thank you.
But also, if it's for a corporation or something, that's probably nothing to them.
See, it makes sense. It depends on the amount of people you have there, and again, all the amenities that they offer. So,
well, cool. All right, where else have you been?
I went to Bull Moose for the first time.
Oh, we love Bull Moose.
It's so cute in there.
Yeah.
And they have a tent outside you can rent. It's $50 per hour, 2-hour minimum, so $100.
Okay.
You can put in 6 people in there.
That's not bad.
It's not. And then you can walkie-talkie the bar, and they'll bring you out. That's the part I'm most excited about. And they'll bring you out drinks. So, in comparison to some of the other igloos around town, it's pretty reasonable.
Yeah.
If you want to,
camp out. I think there is a distinction though, the other ones, which we actually will talk more about igloos later because someone asked a question about that. The one at Bull Moose is a teepee tent. It's not an actual igloo. So it is different.
Cozy.
Yes. And it's still heated, I believe, isn't it?
It is. I tested it out. I walked in there. I was like, ooh.
So it is going to be a bit of a different vibe than a typical igloo that you can see out of and stuff. But again, if you're looking for a cheaper
cozy little
option
party.
than the other igloos around town, then it would be a good option.
Yeah. And Bull Moose, it's after JFK. No.
Oh, I remember
Oh my
seeing that
gosh.
in your notes.
Teddy
Roosevelt.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I was like,
we just
JFK.
Jocelyn knows
Roosevelt. So yeah, it's based around Teddy Roosevelt, and it's named after the Bull Moose Party. So they have different pictures of national parks around the space, and they have a big moose, and I forget the moose's name.
Teddy.
Is it Teddy?
Oh, I don't know.
I'm
just guessing.
So. I don't think so. But yeah, go check it out for yourself. They have great drinks. It's a cozy little space. It's probably going to be like my winter choice of bar because it's just warm vibes.
And it's like 30th or 40th and Center-ish.
Yeah. It's just a block off of like our Leavenworth places.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah. On that little like really cute strip of Center.
Near Shealytown.
Yeah. I feel like every time we talk about that area, we're like, is it 30th? Is it 60th?
Which
like,
I didn't know
Shealytown
Shealytown was considered a district of Omaha.
Wait,
but
what?
when I was looking up where Dinkers, like what district Dinkers was in, it said Shealytown district. But it's just part of South Omaha district, I guess.
Oh.
So I didn't realize that. So I didn't know where Shealytown Market came from. And then I was like, oh.
Oh, so Shealytown Market is named after
the
Shealytown district?
Well, it's within the Shealytown district, I'm assuming.
Oh.
That whole South Omaha area. Because I was looking at the districts we came up with, and I was like, we don't have Shealytown in there.
Well, yeah, ours are a little bit more broad. So I think maybe we have mentioned this on the podcast before, but part of like redoing our website, which we're currently in the process of doing, we're going to have like an interactive map. So you'll be able to go into like specific neighborhoods and look at places that are located in that neighborhood. So part of that is actually defining where those neighborhoods are. And it's been like a big thing. Well, I guess we haven't talked about it in a while, even just within our team, but it's like, do we go by school districts? Do we go by county? Do we like West Omaha? What actually is West Omaha?
West Omaha, you can break it up so many different ways because it's just getting bigger all the time.
Yeah. So I basically created a Google map that I actually need to refine it a little bit, but we've had to go individually like down to street level and be like, okay, on the left side of 72nd is, or not of 72nd, or of 72nd is like whatever district. And then on the right side, like that's the dividing line. But Shealytown is not
on there.
I think that is just within South Omaha on our map.
Yeah, that's what I put. I was like, I don't know. But I didn't realize that until I went.
The more you know. Cool.
I'll save my last one for next time because it's a bit of a longer story and it's fun.
Okay. Sounds good.
Let's head into some follower questions.
All right. Okay. This was a fun one. Somebody asked, what's your favorite exhibit at the zoo? I just thought that was a fun question. I put probably the lead jungle. These are my reasons. One, it's always kind of warm in there. So, I just like being warm, especially if you go to the zoo, like in the winter. Also, like if you go in also in the winter, then you feel like you're in a little tropical oasis or something. And I feel like I have good memories of going to the zoo when I was younger, and I don't think they have it anymore, but the vines, that was a swing and you would swing on the vines. I think they took that away though.
Yeah, I think it was supposed to be just more of like a shoot spot, and then people were probably hanging and playing on them.
Yeah, and like pulling them down and stuff. Yeah, so mine's the lead jungle. I have like some other notes about the zoo, but
you know what? Like the lead jungle is not accessible during those night light or
the night at the zoo.
Yeah, thank you. Those hours. So I think it makes it more fun to go there specifically for that.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Everyone I know wants to go see the jungle, and everyone I take, I'm like, ooh, it's not available. Not available right now. Yeah. The animals are sleeping.
They have bedtimes.
Yeah. So my favorite place would probably be the sea lions.
That's a good one.
And I love what they've done to it over the last few years, and I like that you can see them swim underwater and they make noises.
Yeah.
I like that area over there for sure.
Cool. Another thing, so this question was also a little bit timely because the zoo just announced, I think yesterday, that they are building a new animal hospital, which sounds super cool. I think it's going to be on site of like the current zoo.
It's kind of up there by the Asian, can't remember what that, Asian Highlands.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of up there by that.
Yeah.
JC was giving us a tour of the zoo before it opened on one of the late nights, and was kind of talking about it. And you can see construction starting. Okay. But it's not something you're going to be able to like go in and see. It's more something that's just going to benefit the zoo and the animals that are there.
And like the reputation of the Henry Doorly Zoo. Like we're already very known for being, you know, the best zoo in the U.S., even up there like in the world. And as far as like care of animals, that goes a lot farther than just like what the visitors see when they go. You know, it goes into like their emergency care and preventative care and all of that. And this new animal hospital is, yeah.
And can you imagine like being a sick animal, especially if they're like gorillas or giraffes or something, you know, bigger. You have to put them in the cage, then get a crane, put them in a truck. Like that's just not a fun process.
No, not
so
at
it'll
all.
be nice to have it on site so they can actually have the care there. And maybe that'll affect some of the animals that we get in the future for future exhibits.
Yeah. So. Yeah, they in like the announcement post, they said they're also going to have a lot of like very specific features in this new animal hospital. So obviously like a penguins, even when they get medical care, they still want to be in cold climates. So they're going to have like things to accommodate for that. Or like fish still need to be in water while they're getting some sort of like medical care. So things like that you just don't really think about all of the different like aspects that you have to have in an animal hospital. And then this too, they said this in, I think it was in the press release, they have 39,000 animals at the Henry Doorly Zoo.
Crazy.
That number is mind-boggling because no way do you like just go to the zoo as a visitor and see all 39,000 animals. But I mean, I guess that also includes like
the little
every individual fish and bug and stuff like that. Yeah. But that's just a staggering number.
That's like a whole college campus of humans.
Yeah, it is. Like, just all waddling around the zoo.
Yeah.
So I just thought that was really cool. And I'd never heard that number before. So thought it would tie into this question.
I saw someone ask how much a large duck weighed.
I saw that question
on her question box.
I genuinely have. Okay, wait.
I wish I would have looked it up now. This would have been a great conversation for the zoo talk.
Okay, the first number that popped into my head is 20 pounds, but I think that's too much.
A 20-pound ducks are kind of big. It depends on the type of duck.
Jocelyn's looking it up. So you guys can't see this on the YouTube video, but Delaney and I look at like a giant window and there's a computer monitor right in front of the window. I can't see that number though.
3 pounds.
I was way off.
20 pounds.
That's a huge. They did
Maybe
say
that's
a
more like
large
a
duck.
Swan.
Maybe, but swans aren't that much bigger
Swans
than
are
ducks.
pretty big.
That much big? 17 pounds bigger.
They have a good chunk of meat.
That's that long neck is an extra 15 pounds.
You got to have a good body to hold up that neck. Yeah. But thank you for asking fun questions.
Yeah, we like the fun questions, guys. Okay, what did you pull?
Let me just unlock my phone again. Best place in Omaha for activity dates with someone new.
Ooh,
cute question.
Exciting.
Okay, I have such a long list per usual. But my personal faves are the Luminarium. Because they have so many exhibits. You can really get to know someone new if you participate in those. If you go upstairs, they have different question areas where you could like just have good conversation. Yeah. So if you're worried about like, you know, filling empty space, those would be great opportunities to like get to know someone on a different level than just the typical stuff. The Fat Putter is great because not only do they have putt-putt, but they have different games you can play. It would be good for that. Or the Beercade. I always like to test people's egos. So if they get beat, what do they do? Okay. That's an important
really
tell.
Putting them on the spot.
Yeah. Early. So yeah, definitely do some of these things. I think that would be best for really getting to know someone and whether you like them or not in those different settings.
Yeah.
Other things include Hollywood Candy. That's one of Megan's favorite date spots. Yeah. If you're a crafty bunch, Creative Culture or Board and Brush would be good. You can go to a comedy show. You can these places would be good. Backline, Funny Bone, or the Blackstone Theater. You can also go to a concert at Reverb, the Slowdown, the Waiting Room, or Barnado. Yeah. That would be fun. I like those. Yeah. Tree Rush Adventure at Fontenelle Forest. It's getting a little bit cold.
Be a fun
but that would be so fun. And it's a little teamworky.
Yeah.
I actually still haven't been there yet.
It's so fun.
For those of you who listen and try to take me places. The Joslin Museum or the Bemis Center. Karaoke night. A good karaoke night with a group of people.
Yeah.
So if you're with someone new, maybe you don't want to do that.
I feel like that would be a karaoke night would be a good like meet the friends for the first time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good group date. Wonder Bowl's fun. And then the Lauritsen Gardens if you just want to take a stroll.
Yeah. Definitely those like activity based dates I feel like are really good in the beginning, especially because it's so awkward to have a first date where you're just like sitting down and at a table and staring at each other.
That's the thing. Like I always recommend activity dates. And then if you want the date to go longer, you can go grab a drink. You can go grab ice cream, you know? But if you're at a dinner and you're not sure like if the restaurant's busy or the staff is like moving a little bit slower, you could be stuck there a while.
Yeah.
And you're like, get me out of this place.
Yeah. Yeah. I always like either like a casual drink first just to make sure that you're like not a weirdo.
Yeah.
Then go do an activity. Maybe date 3, probably more 4, then like go for a dinner.
Yeah.
And men make your reservations.
Reservations have gotten crazy in Omaha lately.
Yeah.
If you don't make your reservations, you're not getting in anywhere.
Omaha never used to be that city where you had to have reservations anywhere, even on a Saturday night.
But now it's tough.
Yeah. I feel like just within the past like 6 months even, suddenly you have to have a reservation.
And I mean, we do have so many great restaurants and so many great experiences, but have to make it like 2 weeks in advance for dinner time. Yeah. Go take a lunch. You can get in anywhere at lunch.
Okay. Somebody else asked, will the Capital District have igloos again this winter? I'm not 100% sure about the Capital District specifically. I don't think so though, because I don't think they had them last year.
I don't think they did either.
And I actually meant to message them and see if they respond before we came here, but I forgot. But just in case they indeed don't have them, there are some other places that do have them if you're wanting to do one. So like we mentioned earlier, the Bull Moose Bar has a heated tent. Not quite igloo vibes, but still the concept is there. Yep. Tiny House in Little Bohemia is confirmed doing their igloos again this year, and bookings I believe are already open for that. So you can go link in bio on Instagram. Oh, did they?
I think they did.
Oh.
Someone from, I don't know if this is the same business owner, but someone from another business probably was on a different account.
Oh, actually, I think, I do remember. Did we respond?
No.
Oh, okay. We should go do that.
We should go to the
Tiny House. And then another one, Zoo Lightful at the zoo. So we did feature Zoo Lightful and the igloos last year. Do you remember off the top of your head how much they are? Is it like 400?
Yeah.
They are pricey, but one thing that I didn't really think about as I was like looking it up for this question. So those zoo igloos can seat 6 people, and the cost of the igloo does include Zoo Lightful admission for all 6 of those people. So that I feel like is a big, like, it's worth it a lot more, because even if you're a zoo member, you still have to buy an extra ticket to Zoo Lightful. So especially if you like have all 6 people split the cost, then it really evens out like to not that much per person.
And that includes food and drinks, right?
Yeah.
And it's heated and cozy, and they have a lot of games to play.
Yeah.
Card games.
Yep.
Question games. Yeah. Super fun.
So, and those are the only 3 that I like knew of kind of off the top of my head. There might be other ones. And if you guys are a business who's going to have an igloo, or if you guys know of other places that is going to have igloos, especially out in like West Omaha or like La Vista, Bellevue area, let us know. That would be maybe a fun listicle that we could do if we can get it up in time.
That would be fun. Along the same lines, any Christmas pop-up restaurants or bars yet? The only one that I know that's open right now is Mercury. But to like, if you're planning ahead, Barnado will have one, the Holiday Hut at the Cottonwood, Segredo is known for being a Christmas bar.
Yeah, I've only been to Segredo when it's Christmas.
So I think around Thanksgiving is when a lot of these places switch over. So be on the lookout for those. And then Rudy's Christmas Bar. Have you ever been there?
No.
I actually pulled this off of Visit Omaha's website or Kara Loves Omaha's website. But they said this bar is up year round and it's Christmas themed.
Oh.
And I'd never been there, heard of it. Well, maybe I'd heard of it, but I've never seen it.
Do you remember where it's at?
Nope.
Oh.
I'm going to go discover it, I think. I'm going to go on the hunt for you guys.
Also, by the time this episode comes out, I believe the Holiday Hut at the Cottonwood will be open.
Yep.
So
hopefully.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, because I think you're going on Tuesday. Right? Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways. Shall we move into events?
Yes.
So this is going to be events happening the weekend of November 21st to 24th. If you guys want even more events, go subscribe to our newsletter. That comes out every Thursday morning. We also post a Here's What's Happening in Omaha this weekend video on TikTok, Reels, Instagram, YouTube, all the things, also on Thursday morning. So the first one that I wrote down was the Bench-Made Holiday Market is happening Saturday, November 23rd from 10 to 4. So Bench is in Millwork Commons, and it's like a hub for makers and artisans. They have like a woodworking workshop, like a co-working space, just a bunch of other like studios and stuff. And so all of the businesses, artisans and stuff who work out of Bench are hosting this little market, which I think is really cool. So great spot to start doing your Christmas shopping.
Yes.
I feel like we're going to say that so much on the podcast over the next month.
Shealytown Market is having a toy swap on November 21st from 5:30 to 7. So you can drop off your gently used children's toys, books, and games during shop hours all throughout the week. And then on that day, you can come back and shop with your community. But no kids, only adults, because it would be chaotic if you had all the kids there at the toy swap.
Yeah.
And they'll also have drinks and music for you guys.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen an event like that before.
It's super, super cute.
Yeah.
And also very sustainable.
Yeah. Love that. Okay, this is a big one. Zoolightful at the Zoo is starting November 22nd and it goes through December 3rd. So this is all of the holiday stuff at the zoo. There's going to be Christmas lights and like installations throughout the entire zoo. They're going to have like the Zoolightful edition of late nights at the zoo, so 21 and over. The Igloos, they're going to have special sleeping bag safari nights, which are posted on their website and on their Instagram. If you guys want to do a sleeping bag safari, I feel like not a whole lot of people know that you can spend the night at the zoo. And they have like different dates. So if you want to sleep in like the Desert Dome, there's a specific night for that. If you want to sleep in the aquarium, you can sign up for that night, and they like rotate throughout the season.
Desert Dome would be so cool.
I know. That one you have to bring a tent for. The other ones you only have to bring a sleeping bag.
Oh.
So I'm like, I wonder if because there's like stuff flying around or stuff. Animals flying around.
Well, there are
Desert
birds
Dome.
walking and stuff.
Yeah, so you have to like be inside the tent, which
I don't know how they trust
kind of funky. I would actually love to do one of those sleeping bag safaris some year.
Yeah,
maybe I should take my niece or something.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
That'd be fun. But a note with Zoolightful as well, even if you don't get tickets to like late nights at the zoo or something like that, all of the Christmas lights and installations will still be there even during the daytime. It might not be like quite as cool as seeing them at night, but they'll be up throughout like the entire season.
Also going on, I don't Oh, yes. On November 22nd and 23rd is the Holiday Modern Market at the Omaha Palazzo, which is a new wedding event venue off 132nd and Fort. Our friends at a local collective are putting it on, so you know it's got to be good.
Yeah.
On the 22nd, it's happening from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m., and then they're having a special ladies' night from 5 to 8. So bring your ladies and shop that time.
Cool.
And then on the 23rd, it's from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. They'll have 30 local shops, snacks, drinks, a Santa sighting. So bring the kids from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. And then they also have fun play areas. The tickets are $12 for 1 day or $18 for 2 days. And if you purchase ahead of time, then you get a discounted price. And all the portion or a portion of the proceeds go toward Angels Among Us, which supports families who have a child battling cancer. So definitely go somewhere worthwhile.
Cool. And a new event space.
Yes, I'm
excited to see what it looks like.
Yeah, Omaha Palazzo.
Cool. Sounds fancy.
We really should round up those event venues.
Yeah.
Because we probably have some really cool ones.
Yeah.
I saw one when I was on my way to get my hair done called The Arbor.
Ooh.
And it's off of 144th and Center. And it looked really cute.
Okay.
And it's like in a slower area, so it's not off.
Wait, which corner of 144th and Center is that on?
So, I have to think here. You know what? Get back to me.
Okay. Never mind.
Next time.
Anything else for this week?
I think that's it.
All right. We will have an episode next week, even though it's Thanksgiving next week.
That's crazy.
I know. But yes, we will have an episode coming out. We'll have all of the Thanksgiving events for you guys.
Yeah,
we should include events on Wednesday night next week too, since it's like the Thanksgiving Eve and everybody goes out. Mental note.
Should we put out the event guide?
Oh, on
or the
Wednesday.
Newsletter early at least?
Oh, that might be a good idea.
Then I can get a head start on some stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, but we do have that'll work actually.
Us just business planning on the podcast right now.
This is how it goes.
Yeah. We're very unofficial here. Okay. Anyways, thank you guys for listening to another episode of the Omaha Places podcast, and we will see you next week.
See ya.
Bye.